Today, we are doing our tier list for the anime season. That's right, we're wrapping up fall 2025, looking ahead to winter 2025. But before we can get there, we have to finish things up here. Now, there are actually a few finales we didn't do because they're not out yet. But for the ones that we did do, and even for the ones that are, still in the air, we're doing a tier list. All right, we're going to rank all the anime from this anime season, the fall 2025 anime season. If you enjoy the video, click the like button, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this tier list. How is yours better than mine? Because I'm sure you think yours is better than mine. And also, I just want you to know, I'm just a guy that bought a microphone one day and a camera and then built an audience over, 5 years or something like that. And that's all I am. I'm a normal person like you. So your opinion's not worse than mine. Unless you have a really bad opinion, then it's probably worse. But you should subscribe to the channel after you click the like button, and also join the Patreon if you're interested in checking out my reactions, the full-length reactions for all of this stuff, plus all the other stuff that I've watched through all my time here. Let's jump into the tier list. All right, we got a lot of anime here, and the first thing I want to do is just make you all aware of the shit that I did not watch, because there's a lot of stuff I didn't watch, okay? We're just gonna put all the things I did not watch into a category showing you I did not watch them, okay? Because I didn't watch a lot of stuff, all right? I don't got time for all this anime. There's a lot of anime every anime season. It would be ridiculous. 31 shows I did not watch. I did watch season 1 of Blue Orchestra when that came out. I watched, I think, the first season of Star Wars Visions, maybe not. And that's about it. And low-key, I should have watched Tales of the whatever show, because the Tales of Wedding Rings, because So let's start it off strong. The strongest we possibly could by listing off the #1 anime of this anime season. That's right. The best anime that aired in this anime season. You don't have to wait until the end of the video. I'm not gonna, you wanna know what I think is the best? I'll tell you right now. And I'm not biased when I say this, but One Piece is too amazing. It really is, dude. One Piece is the best show in the world, dude. It really is, bro. One Piece is amazing. How could I not put One Piece at the very tippity? It's gotta go at the tippity top. I love One Piece. It is amazing. We got the end of Egghead. It has been crazy. We finally got the finale for season 1 of One Piece. 25 years in a making, we got the finale for season 1 of One Piece. That's a meme. But no, it was a really good season. There were a lot of great moments. There was a lot of insane shit. The lore drops from Vegapunk were out of this world. And yes, I am biased. I'm biased. I love One Piece. I love One Piece so damn much. It's impossible for me not to say that it's the best anime that I watch. Next anime season, if it's the best anime I watched, you guys got to do something about that, okay? You can't let me say that again, because no episodes come out next anime season for One Piece, just saying. If you think that, it's different, or you think maybe My Hero deserves it, or Gachiakta, or Uma Musume, or One Punch Man, if you feel like something else deserves it, let me know down in the comments. But that's my #1. Now, I'm not going in order after this. I just wanted you to know what my #1 was, because I do you a favor. It's the holiday season, right? It's a time for giving. I give you my #1 and don't have to, don't make you wait through the end of the video. All right, next up, Spy Family. Spy Family this season is a tough one for me. It really is, because we had some highs, but we also had some low lows. Now, I think because this season was a 13-episode season and we had 2 really great arcs. One of them, I don't even think the one arc's completely over. This Wheeler arc that we're on right now, crazy. I love it. The bus kidnapping, phenomenal. Both of those arcs are why it's going in peak. Yo, Anya slapping the bomb on her neck was maybe the highlight of the season. I truly love the show. Anya is one of the greatest anime characters of all time. I stand on that. 10 toes down, maybe 9 right now, because one of my toes is a little fucked up. Next up, To Your Eternity, which is only half a season. I want you to know that, okay? They're not gonna finish this season until next anime season is done. So just keep that in mind when I tell you, this season, I'm torn, because it could go good, it could go great. Now, it would be the top of the goods or the bottom of the greats. It was a very good season. I will say, until I started looking at it from a different perspective, I did not think it was great. I thought it was kind of mid. I was like, what the fuck is Fushi doing? What is going on here? I did not think it was very good because they moved away from what made this show great, because obviously there has to come a point in time with this show where it is no longer trying to kill all the knockers and shit. Eventually they have to find peace. Eventually they have to live their lives. But if they do that, then they step away from what we love about this show, right? The stories of these characters, and it just becomes a slice of life, and it's kind of ass. And so the first like half of this anime core was kind of mid, because when I was watching it, the pace was slow, but also it felt like Fushi didn't even really, Fushi felt out of place to me as a character. Like he almost felt like he didn't really know where to go, what to do, because it was moving in this slice of life direction, which he had not lived. And I think that we were supposed to feel like it was off a little, because I felt like it was off. Maybe you thought it was amazing from the jump, and it wasn't even the modernity that really like had me feeling this way. It just felt like kind of shit. But in the later episodes, in the last like 3-4 episodes of this season, I think about 4 episodes, it's been actually really, really fucking good. Some of the episodes great. So that's why I'm torn. Do I give it good, thinking that only like the more recent episodes have been great, and it kind of balances out some of the more mid stuff and then makes it kind of like a middle good show? Or do I look at it from a perspective seeing that the earlier start of the season was purposefully kind of more painful for us to watch, in terms of how like, what the fuck is like nothing's happening. And I think that that's how it was supposed to, the way it was meant to be, because there was no real opposition, because it was kind of leaning in this path of like, maybe there is no real opposition. Like maybe, you know, Fushi's got to figure out something else now, a different part of humanity. So I don't know how to feel about it. It's either at the bottom of the greats or the top of the goods. I'm going to leave it at the top of the goods, and, you know, depending on how we sort out the rest of this, maybe we move it up to the bottom of the greats. But I think this the season definitely surprised me much more than I thought it would. Next up, we've got Sanda. Sanda actually might be the biggest letdown of this anime season. Before the show came out, I'm looking at it like this. From the creator of Beastars. And I only ever watched season 1 of Beastars, but I thought Beastars was good. That was a really good show. So from the creator of Beastars. Also, Science Saru. And as we're watching it, even the beginning episodes feels like a little story-wise, it just felt like, what are we doing here? But it looks beautiful. I love the soundtrack. The OST is amazing. And there's so many things I like about it, the action and all this stuff, but I understand that the themes are themes of youth and growing up, adulthood, and like losing that youth, and then you know, this, how precious youth is. But like, I didn't fuck with it. It didn't resonate with me even the slightest. And a lot of it just felt so like, what the fuck is happening? It was mid. It was a mid show, in my opinion. Like, Ono's story is like, you know, I liked that. It was very interesting. But like, outside of that, like, Sanda? I don't care about him. I don't care about most of them. I didn't fuck with the story of the show. Even despite understanding these like themes, they just don't resonate with me. Looks amazing, sounds amazing, but it's honestly kind of mid. It's crazy for me to say, but yeah, that's the way I see it. Let's throw something in the dropped category, okay? This is a show I dropped because it went on hiatus for a month. Chitose in the Ramune bottle. I don't think it was necessarily a bad show. If you go on hiatus for a month, it's hard for me to pick you up again. The elements of the show were like those typical wordy, clever light novels. They literally talk like clever light novel dialogue. If it didn't have the month off, I probably would have finished it. I don't know how I would have felt finishing it, but that's why it goes in the dropped category. Next up, a little more peak. The final season of My Hero Academia was absolutely peak. It was, in fact, let's put that over Spy Family. It was crazy. What a crazy way to end the show. I know we have one more episode in the future. We also have Vigilantes. Those are like separate things. And well, I guess technically the OVA that's in the future is kind of like more to round out the slice of life part of, I think, My Hero is what it's supposed to be. But I thought it was great. I thought the season was phenomenal. I thought that it rounded things out. You know, I thought that there were maybe some things that like, but I think in general, it was a phenomenal show. I think I gave it a 9. The Bakugo all for one stuff, holy shit, I love that. That was amazing. It truly was amazing. Also, the way that it all goes down with Midoriya sacrificing the one thing that he wanted. He wanted to be a hero so bad. Sacrificing that to save the world That's phenomenal. I think that that's really well done. And him shooting his load inside of Shigaraki, I think is like a highlight of this anime season. Next up, One Punch Mid. One Punch Man, yeah, very mid season. In fact, I might even be able to call it a trash season. It is a tier below mid. It's hard for me to put it in this same category as Sanda. It really does feel like it's gonna have to go lower when I think about it. So I probably will. I'm gonna create a tier at the end for One Punch Man to go into like a trash tier. We all knew that One Punch Man was gonna be ass. They didn't have a trailer until like the day before it came out or some shit. JC staff again, and they already like didn't do a great job with season 2. I thought season 2 was good. Obviously not nearly what season 1 was, but I still thought that season 2 was good. I know a lot of people did not think that, but like I saw it as that being the best that they could achieve. What season 2 was. So I knew that people were, I didn't have some high hopes. But to think season 2 was high hopes is crazy. I look back now and I think season 2 is me thinking season 3 could have been like season 2 is literally having high hopes for the show. What they did to One Punch Man season 3 is a travesty. Okay, next up, Tatsuki Fujimoto's 17 to 26. Also good. I thought it was very good. I liked Tatsuki Fujimoto 17 to 26. It had some better episodes than others. Some of the episodes peak. Some of the episodes great, some of the episodes good, some of the episodes kind of mid. So it's kind of all over the place because it is an anthology. It's not one story. Each episode individually would be rated in a different place. You know what I mean? So for me, as a whole, I think it's good. I think it's right around where I have To Your Eternity. It's like borderline top of good, bottom of great, just because there are some really great episodes. Specifically, I think there's like 3 episodes that I love from this. And then there's like some that are like not that. Rize movie. The Chainsaw Man Rize movie. That's peak. Absolute peak. It was a phenomenal thing. I loved it so much. I cannot get enough of this shit. It was so fucking good. I don't think it's like a 10 out of 10. I think that in order for it to be a 10 out of 10, it really has to kind of stand on its own. And I don't think this movie necessarily stands on its own as much as you'd like it to if you haven't seen season 1. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion with these movies. I think it has to stand on its own. So as a result, I gave it like a 9. Actually, I think I gave it a 10 because it was so fucking good and I love Chainsaw Man. But if I looked at it from a perspective of a non-Chainsaw Man viewer, I think it falls short of something like Look Back, which obviously has no other story. It's the same way I feel about the Demon Slayer movies. I don't know if they're like amazing because you have to watch Demon Slayer in order to watch the Demon Slayer movies. Same sort of situation. Phenomenal. In fact, we'll put it up a little higher. Next up, Yano-kun's Ordinary Days. Good show. Very good, wholesome romance. I really enjoyed it. I liked, you know, we still didn't get to see Yano's eye, which kind of sucks. But I thought it was a great story, and I thought it was really interesting how he felt like he hurt people and how he kind of pushed people away as a result. And I thought that was really good. I thought it was really good. Next, Twisted Wonderland. This one might be a hot topic, but this shit was mid. It really was a mid show. Twisted Wonderland, I don't care about anyone in the show. Maybe like 2 people kind of have a little bit of backstory or 3. It's 8 episodes. It doesn't give us enough time to really get to know people. The main character does not fucking matter to me at all. I don't give a shit about that guy. That's crazy. I don't care about the main character. He's such a bland character. The only ones that actually seemed like they were a real character were Ace a little more towards the end, but mostly it's Deuce, Trey, and Riddle. That's for me. I think mid. It's kind of mid show. Next up, Gnosha. Peak. Another peak show. Gnosha, I have absolutely loved. I absolutely love this show. It's so interesting. It's got that, Among Us vibe, right? It's one of those, what is the term for it? It's a social deduction game. I really like it, man. I love it. I think that the anime is great. I absolutely love it. Peak. In fact, I'd probably go over Spy Family with that one too. Phenomenal show. Next up is probably one you guys are not going to be a fan of me saying, but may I ask one final thing? Mid show. It really was. It started off with her beating the shit out of the nobles, who I fucking did not like. And so I was like, yeah, that's hype. But the animation quality for like, you know, actual motion and shit went downhill as the show went on. And also it kind of just repeated the same shit. It was just her beating up some asshole, while the prince is kind of an asshole to her, tsundere sort of, like not like, he doesn't really want to like convey his feelings. I didn't really fuck with it. I mean, I think that it is kind of a mid show. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to put it over Sanda. I'd probably put Sanda over. Another show to join the trash category. My Status as an Assassin. In fact, I think that's the worst anime that I watched this season, worse than One Punch Man. I think that the pacing was all over the place. The way that they wrote the story was just, maybe it's the adaptation. Maybe it wasn't written this way and it's the adaptation that failed. But God, this shit sucked, in my opinion. Oh my God. It was just not a good series at all. I did not really like it at all. There's just so many things about it that are just like kind of ass. Animation hard carried. Here's the thing. The animation wasn't even that good. There were moments of good animation for sure, but it's mostly the art style that carried. It's the art that carried more than the animation. I don't even think the animation was all that great. And I really liked the first like 2-3 episodes, but then like Sadon died and it was like, shit just like was like, I don't even know, man. I don't even, the moment, I mean, the episode that we have to deal with Amelia's past and the kingdom and stuff, that shit was terrible. And then they threw the romance at us out of fucking nowhere. They didn't even build up to it, really. Speaking of dropped, another show that I dropped was Ranma. Now, Ranma, I recognize has good moments. I don't think it's ever really had great moments for me. I don't think I'm a fan of this style of show. It's the same style of show that happened with Urusei Yatsura. Towards the end of season 1 of Ranma, or part 1 or whatever the hell I'm supposed to call it, I was considering dropping it because I had a lot of negative things to say. I don't really like that style, that like 80s, 90s, tsundere, beat the shit out of the guy because of a misunderstanding and we repeat the cycle over and 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 over. It does not really resonate with me, bro. Now, I know that Rumiko Takahashi, I think that's her name, is going to have a new series, Mao, coming soon. But that series, I'm hoping, is more in line with like Inuyasha, which is a very different style from Ranma and Urusei Yatsura. I think. I don't even remember Inuyasha, bro. I watched some of Inuyasha a long time ago when it was like coming out and stuff because my sister was watching it. I don't really remember it all that much, but I imagine it's much more along the action lines and like less of the beat the shit out of the guy because of a misunderstanding. And that's the thing that like is so fucking annoying with Ranma. Just constant misunderstanding. Let's beat up Ranma. And it's like, I don't know. That's so fucking corny to me. Another dropped show. I did drop this one, This Monster Wants to Eat Me, after episode 1 because I didn't have time for it. And I don't know if it turned out good. You guys let me know down in the comments. Did this actually turn into a good show? Again, it didn't make the cut for me. And then the final dropped, I believe, is this one. I don't even remember what the fuck it's called. Dusk Before Dawn? Dusk Before the End of the World. Something like that. It just felt so simple and basic. And like, it just didn't really fuck with me. I didn't really fuck with it. Okay, so now we got all that shit done. Now let's get back into some shit that we care about again, okay? I just want to get those things out of the way. So you know, like the bottom of my tier list. Campfire Cooking in Another World with You. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's a good show. It's good. I enjoy it. I like it. It's wholesome and it's very heartwarming. And it's just like a kind of a very it's a comfort show, I think. It's a very comfort show. Like, I thought it was good. Every episode was good. It's not like some crazy action show or anything like that. I think that it's a very simple, fun, and enjoyable. It's all about the food, and it's just a good show. And I think it grades on a different scale than something like My Hero. They're completely different shows. Some people in chat are calling it mid. Well, here's the thing. If you think this is mid, then you're just not like a slice of life person. Simple. Next up, Revenge Time. Unlimited Gacha. I'm giving it a great rating. I think it is great because he gets his revenge and he does it in a very likable fashion. I think that early on in this show, especially the first like 2 episodes, I was like, bro, this shit is mid. In fact, episode 1 mid, episode 2 trash. And then as the show went on, I think it progressively got better from trash up. You know, it worked its way up to great. I think by the end of it, seeing him get his revenge on Sasha especially, and tearing down the whole fucking racist elf kingdom. Oh, very nice. A very nice thing to see. That was very good. I like that. Fuck them. So that was very enjoyable. And I think that's the first thing we're going to put in the great category. I did enjoy it by the end for sure. Next up, another great, A Wild Last Boss Appeared. A Wild Last Boss Appeared, I think had some moments that were like, some good moments, but it actually has kind of some really deep lore, very interesting shit. I'm definitely watching season 2 whenever that comes out. Like, that was a very interesting way to end the season. We learned so much shit. It's so intriguing. The way that they handle it, I still don't even know what to fucking think about Dina. I still don't know what to think about Dina. And there's just so many elements to this show with the world building. I highly recommend it. If you like a good isekai sort of story, I highly recommend it, man. Next up, Who Made Me a Princess? We still have one more episode. And I gotta say, like, there are good moments to it, but there are also some moments that are like, it feels like they just had to make an episode to pad things out or something. You know what I mean? In fact, I think it's the bottom of the goods. Only because it had a more relatable, understandable story for me is why I put it over like Sanda, which again, I have no clue what the fuck was happening with that one. Next up, Musume Cinderella Gray. This one's you're gonna hate me for this. You have to deal with it. You're gonna hate me when I say this. But it's just great. It's not peak. It's just great. I love Musume. I'm sitting here playing the game constantly. I don't make money from playing this game. I play it because I enjoy it. All right, I spend money playing the game. I have fun playing the game. I sit on the toilet. I play the game. I'm supposed to go go to sleep at midnight. I stay up till 2 a.m. playing the game. Okay, I love it. I love the game. And I really, really love the seasons as well. I love this season, but I just don't see it as like being this absolutely amazing show. Especially with this season, like, I don't know. There are a lot of moments that weren't even like Oguri moments. Like, there were episodes that were just not Oguri episodes. Straight up. I think Core 2 was weaker than Core 1. And here's the thing. Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, also over. That shit was hype as fuck. It had so many hype moments. Even when the animation was kind of like, it was still hype as fuck. Hype episode after hype episode. It was just literal constant fighting all the time. It got me to try out Kamen Rider, which I don't know if I'm necessarily like into Kamen Rider yet. I still have not seen a series. I watched the Henshin, which are cool. I watched the finishers, which are cool. But I haven't really like locked in on a series yet. But it's definitely something that I want to give a try. I think Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider is actually going to be way more hype than any Kamen Rider series that I end up watching. It was insanely fucking hype, dude. It was crazy. It was just a crazy season. I don't know. Maybe we'll find some insanity in Kamen Rider. Maybe I'll watch a season of Kamen Rider that's gonna like blow my mind. But again, I haven't watched any. So this is me going based on no knowledge of Kamen Rider. I have not seen any Kamen Rider series. I've only watched Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, and it was insanely hype. So I don't know. Maybe I end up watching a Kamen Rider series and I'm just wrong. I'm just saying, with no knowledge, this is like me judging the book by its cover. I think I'm gonna like Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider more than any Kamen Rider series. Now, I'd love to be wrong, but I just don't know if I will be. 2 shows left. One of them broke my toe with a phenomenal ending. Absolutely amazing. S tier show, peak show. It was fucking, I love Gachiakta, bro. I love Gachiakta. This shit is fire. I love this shit so much. That ending was crazy. The Sherbreck thing, which, by the way, I didn't even know. Flip the word Sherbreck. That's Cerberus. And it's literally the logo of the Watchmen series. It's so fucking good. What a good show. Now, I will say there are some episodes of Gachiakta that were like, meh. But there were very few. It's like 2 or 3 out of the 24 episodes were like, eh. I think for the most part of the show, it was amazing. It was peak. How many times did I do a weekly tier list putting it as peak? It was fucking phenomenal. I absolutely love the show. Gachiakta is amazing. And here's the final one, because if you don't know, I know I didn't post any of these reactions, but if you don't know, for the last like 6 months, I've been watching Kingdom, and I caught up. And on Sunday, I'm gonna watch the final episode of season 6. And Kingdom is so fucking good, dude. If you're not watching Kingdom, you are missing out. This show is actually the real #1 of this anime season. You thought I was, no, I'm just kidding. I can't do that. Not over One Piece, bro. What are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding. No, it was good. It's good for sure. It's good, but not that good. In fact, I will say there's some moments through this season. I'll be real with you. I don't know if this season's as good as last season. I don't know if I would put it as good as last season. Now, 10 pops off, Meng 10, and I'm gonna be saying the Chinese names, okay? Meng 10 pops off this season, which was great. Ben's popping off this season, right? Shin ain't really popping off so much this season. Shin's kind of been like, you know what I mean? His moment, I will say his moment with Limu, I fucking love it when Shin does shit like that. This also feels like only half a season, which I don't like. I don't like that we're stopping in the middle of the conquest of Jiao. What the fuck is happening? And that's these. Yeah, these are the trash ones. Okay, so this is the tier list. This is my tier list. At the end of the day, this is what we're looking at, okay? My tier list for the anime season. Let me know yours down in the comments, okay? How did you feel? What did you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts, okay? If you can't see this shit because you're fucking blind, because so many people tell me how they can't fucking see the things, I'll tell them to you right now. One Piece, Kingdom Season 6, My Hero Academia Season 8, the movie for Chainsaw Man, Season 1 of Gachiakta, Season 1 of Gnosha, but probably gonna be the only season, Season 3 of Spy Family, okay? Season 1 of Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, Part 2 of Season 1 of Uma Musume, Cinderella Grey, Season 1 of Infinite Gacha, okay? Unlimited Gacha, whatever the fuck it's called. And then a wild last boss appears, okay? Then we move on to the goods. The newest season of To Your Eternity, the final season, okay? Tatsuki Fujimoto's 17 to 26. Yano Kun's Ordinary Days. Campfire Cooking in Another World. Who Made Me a Princess. I will say that both of these, To Your Eternity, Tatsuki Fujimoto's, maybe they could go up to the great. They're kind of like a borderline thing. Okay, moving on to the mids. Sanda, which phenomenal art, phenomenal animation, phenomenal music. But what the fuck was that story? I did not fuck with it. I'll just be honest. May I ask one more thing? Twisted Wonderland, those are the mids. And the trash of this anime season were One Punch Man, the status as an assassin should have had me passing on this fucking anime. That's my tier list. What did you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button. Don't just leave a comment, click the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Till next time, make sure you all keep it fresh. Also, all this shit is on Patreon. Just saying. Go check it out if you're interested. The movie and Kingdom are in a different tier. They're in the $10 tier. Keep it fresh.